Socialism is seizing yet another one of America's big blue cities, this time in our nation's capital. Democratic socialist Janice Lewis-George is leading the pack in the district's first-ranked choice mayoral race, and her agenda reads like a page straight out of the Mamdani manual: free transit, government-funded childcare, and a heavy dose of anti-Trump politics.
The people of D.C. want a mayor who will stand up to Trump, who understands that we're not going to get ICE off our streets by fearing him, who understands that we are not going to fight for our autonomy and ultimately statehood by complying in advance.
And with far-left candidates like these, it's no wonder why President Trump is feeling pretty good about Republicans' chances in the midterms.
The Republicans are coming up strong even before this. You know why? They're seeing all these lunatics, like the guy in Maine with the swastika. You know, for 10 years they've been calling me a Nazi. And now they have a Nazi running. I don't think they could call it to me anymore, you know?
Jessica, I've been saving these polls all week to underscore what the president is saying. NBC, these are midterm years where there are GOP presidents. There was a 11-point lead Democrats had in 2006, 10-point lead in 2018, 5-point lead now. Also, if you look NBC, MU-Law, and Ipsos, all credible polls, Democrats have actually lost some of their advantage. Yes, they have 3-4-point advantage, but it has gone down from January.
Yeah, so the last week or so, I've definitely seen a tightening of it. You had, before that, the New York Times and Quinnipiac, also very reputable, meets our standards, with a 10-plus point lead on the generic ballot. I want to play as if it is an even playing field and that we have to fight for every vote. And that's how it should be. I'm not resting on any hold for us, so that's a big deal in a swing state. And hopefully Keisha Lance Bottoms can win the governorship. In terms of the DSA takeover in these races, they are very organized. They are very good at getting this done. I think that there are a lot of aspects of their core platform that resonate, excuse me, not only with the left, but with Americans generally. Like talking about Medicare for all, talking about things like universal childcare, which Kathy Hochul swooped in and helped Mamdani with here, and also critically an aggressive housing plan. The party that convinces people and makes real pledges and has an action plan to build more affordable housing in this country, like what they did in Austin, for instance, is going to reap the benefits from it. It is an enormous crisis. And so I don't look at certain aspects of her platform and think that it's all that crazy.
Look, I mean, Dana, if you would have told me 4 years ago that there would be a socialist running New York City, one in Seattle, and maybe one in D.C., I would have said that's not possible.
Oh, it's likely because they have ranked choice voting there, but she got 50% with 2/3 of the vote in. So that's like not even going to be an issue. So she's going to win. And I think that it's key for people to understand that one of the reasons the Democratic Socialists of America is doing so well is that they are better funded and better organized than the Democratic National Committee by far. They have weekly meetings. You have elocution lessons. They get all on the same page. They do like make a little friendship bracelet for each other. Like it is community for them. And we should want Chuck Schumer and what's the guy's name? Kevin, whatchamacallit, over at the DNC. We should want them to do better, but they're not able to do better. They have a major fundraising crisis. They're still paying the debt from the Kamala Harris situation, plus the autopsy thing that's been a disaster. We just did the B block again on the and he was like so tough. And I said, oh, actually, the Supreme Court says you can't really do that. And so they're in a mess. The DNC is in a mess. But the DSA is like, well, we'll fill that vacuum, no problem. And we will all pay the price for it. It's not just an affordable housing plan. It's a wholesale different way of governing. And Republicans better pay attention to this, too, because young people are starting to look at this and say, well, maybe this would be better than what I'm dealing with because I can't buy a house.
And Jesse, we will all pay the consequences because Janice George tweeted out in 2019 that she would absolutely divest from the police department. So D.C. will pay a price.
Yeah, but there's a deal to be done. Trump's a city guy. He's a developer. If you tell him, listen, we want you to help us. We want you to help us make D.C. beautiful. Clean up the subway system, build some apartments, make it sparkle, make it gleam. You don't think Trump would hand over like $20 billion? He just gave New York billions of dollars to redo Penn Station, just an absolute dump. And he's going to remake it, and it looks gorgeous. Have you seen these renderings? It looks
like, that's great.
It looks brilliant. So if you could get that done with him, that's the deal to be made. But if you're just going to fight him and paint Black Lives Matter all over the sidewalk and graffiti Andrew Jackson's statue on the horse outside the White House, then you're going to make an amendment to me. And he will make you feel so much pain because he will go out of his way to make you you don't want to be on the receiving end anymore of that.
Yeah, well, if the renderings look anything like the Trump Presidential Library, they will be beautiful, Greg.
Is this the mayor that's winning a Democrat?
Yeah,
if it's a socialist, how is it any different? I don't see that. I don't see them complaining about this. How do you get Democrats to embrace socialism? It's really easy. A win is a win. And all you need to do is get them to believe that it's that or the end of the world. Yep. Now, think about that. Like if let's say you're a run-of-the-mill Democrat. This is your party. This is an indictment of your party that to get you to accept their awful ideas, their awful candidates, the rampant homelessness, the drugs they did nothing about, the crime they allowed in, the open borders, you need to say, it's either us or the apocalypse. Think about that. They were actually saying we are so bad that we need to tell you it's us or death. It's like a restaurant that serves sewage, but says, if you don't eat this, you're gonna die. That's what they're doing. It's socialism, unfortunately, has an exemption from any kind of demand of evidence that we require from capitalism every single day. We look and we see how capitalism is doing. There isn't any here because it's a luxury belief that is indulged by the people who teach it on campuses, which is then feed it to the young people. They don't know any better. They exploit the compassionate label, pretending that if you split up a pie, that's compassion. It's not compassion if you don't know how to make more pie. A socialist can't even make a Necco wafer. They destroy the lives they help. I mean, think about it. There is no country, 30-year-olds who were taught by 40-year-olds who deceive students on the consequences of a horrible ideology. But hey, it beats the apocalypse. It's either this or Trump. And if you get Trump, you're going to die. So vote for Plattner. Sure, he has a Nazi tattoo, but it's not Trump. Vote for Biden. Yeah, he's brain dead, but consider the alternative, Trump.
Yes, that is the choice.
Be sure to like and subscribe for all the Fox News latest on YouTube and catch full shows streaming now on Fox One.
Murdoch, with Roger Ailes serving as its founding CEO. Headquarters, New York City, New York. Ownership, it is a subsidiary of Fox Corporation, which is led by CEO Lachlan Murdoch. Mission, at its inception, the network was created to provide an alternative perspective to what the founders perceived as a liberal bias in mainstream media. Its original marketing slogans included Fair and Balanced and We Report. You decide. Operational details. Content. The network provides 24-hour news coverage featuring both straight news reporting and a significant roster of primetime political commentary and talk shows. Market position. It has consistently been one of the most watched cable news networks in the United States for over 2 decades. Public perception. Fox News has been noted for its strong influence on American conservative political discourse. Because of its editorial stance, it frequently experiences high levels of trust among Republican viewers and significant distrust among Democratic viewers. Media family. The network is part of Fox News Media, which also operates Fox Business, Fox News Digital, Fox News Audio, and various streaming services like Fox Nation and Fox Weather. The network's history has been marked by both significant commercial success and